Loud scream. I legitimately thought that maybe the roof fell. Maybe the what do you call it? The POP fell on this person who was sleeping, and then she let her scream. It turns out, ladies and gentlemen, that as she was sleeping, those wall geckos, the wall geckos are always disturbing everybody's house. There's not a single house I know of right now in this country that doesn't get visited by wall geckos, right? Not a single one, whether they are small, medium, or big. Wall geckos are everywhere. It's almost as though when you build a house, they just move in with you. It's kind of like that, right? Not quite sure how that happens, but it happens. It turns out that as she was sleeping, the wall gecko fell and touched her body. And next thing, So it got me thinking yesterday, what are you afraid of? Now, there are some fears that seem rational. Well, is it? Or let me not say rational. I say normal. And then there's some fears that are just irrational. They're not just normal. Some people are afraid of falling. You say, okay, we're afraid of heights. Well, that's become pretty much standard. Some people are afraid of snakes. A lot of people are afraid of snakes, right? But, they'll tell you still it's irrational because, it's like any other animal, you can get around it. But a full woman, somebody that probably has children, or somebody that, they'll see on the road and say, good morning, ma. Wall gecko jumped on her body, or rather fell on her body, and then basa. The whole compound was raised to alertness. So, ladies and gentlemen, this morning, I'm asking you, what are your phobias? What phobia do you personally have, and how are you managing it? Because for a long time, Jude was really, really afraid of cockroaches. Yes, I had insectophobia. But now, anyway, I see them. Is on site. Nobody's stopping me.
The views and opinions shared on this program do not represent the position of Nigeriainfo FM. Nigeriainfo, let's talk.
With Jude on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
So 017-923-0002, 017-923-0003, 08179230002, 08179230003, at Nigeriainfo PH, at Nigeriainfo PH is where you find us on Facebook and on X at Nigeriainfo PH. We're talking about phobias this morning. My question, very simple. What phobia do you have and how are you managing it? Well, is it wall geckos? Is it cockroaches? Rats? I know a lot of people are afraid of rats, particularly girls. Let's not look like it's only girls I'm calling out this morning, because some of you will be shocked at when your so-called favorites, your daddies and your uncles and your geos, you'll be shocked that they're afraid of something you would expect them to not be afraid of. All right, so let's get into it right now. All right, WhatsApp 0809-030-6416, 0809-030-6416. So I say, thank God it's Friday. Oh, Judy, I've come. This one says, Jude, good morning. Phobias. Wow, that's what you have? Jude, good morning. I remembered we had this conversation years back on Sunny Side. For me, my phobia is getting old. My dear, all of us will get old, though. I want to remain young forever. Sweet Bobo and Chiagoze, second ball of fish. I go soon resign. Don't worry. These are the people that we are looking at for in the government. You see, this is a lifelong establishment. How can you resign for spreading the gospel of Bole? You're not serious. But then again, you're afraid of getting old. Wow. Why? Did you? When you were 10, you see, that's an interesting thing about phobia. When you sit down to analyze and rationalize them, you find out, well, maybe this doesn't make sense, right? Maybe really this doesn't make sense. Because When I remember when I was 10 or 15, I couldn't wait to be 18. So that I can be a big man's. I can drive. I can do a lot of things. I can finally date. Yeah, that was my dream. But now here we are. We're back after this break.
You are tuned in to
Nigeriainfo.
You're afraid of and how you are dealing with it. Now, xenophobia, right, is the irrational fear of dogs. Dogs. Some people can't stand, even those cute designer dogs. In fact, I had a friend back in university. No, see, we had dogs. So the minute she heard the dogs bark, she just freeze. Like, you literally see her shaking. I'm like, no, they are caged. She said, no. You have to carry. Sometimes she would jump on your back to enter inside the house. If she goes anywhere, if you take her to a hotel or you take her to one of those, what do you call them? Concerts and everything, and there are dogs, that's it. She's not going in. You cannot pay her. Look, there's not enough money in the world, right, to pay her to get into that space, right? It is the scariest thing for her. For some of us, we just used to laugh about it. Because, yes, as a child, I had a fear of dogs. In fact, I was chased and beaten by a dog. But the very same dog that beat me eventually became, one of the dogs I used to play with. Because the owners would bring the dog, they taught me how to rub his nose, rub his back, rub his belly, and the funny thing, it wasn't like a big German Shepherd or, some pit bull or, like a Great Dane. No, it was a Inkita. My brother, Inkita, is Inkita that I used to pursue you those days in primary school. Inkita. That's the dog. That's the dog I used to be afraid of. But these days, nah. Can dogs be dangerous? Yes. Particularly when they feel threatened or the owner trains the dog and says, look, attack this particular person. Fine. But by and large, I'm pretty comfortable with dogs. Really. Pretty good. I lived with, 10 at one point in time in my life? Yeah. So what are you afraid of? Ladies, cockroaches seem to be a big problem for Nigerian women. I don't know why. A Nigerian woman, right, will fight off 2, 3, 4 people sometimes. A Nigerian woman can carry, baskets of cassava on her head. A Nigerian woman can ride bicycle from here to Omoku to go and farm. But the minute she sees a cockroach, all hell breaks loose.
The views and opinions shared on this program do not represent the position of Nigeriainfo FM. Nigeriainfo, let's talk.
Hello, Port Harcourt, with Jude on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
017-923-0002, 017-923-0007, 017-923-0002, 017-923-0007. I'm particularly excited today because today I get to give out 100,000 naira on the show today. Oh, I can't wait. So in the next 1 hour, get ready. Next 1 hour, those of you who bought tickets last week, those of you who bought tickets this week, those of you who are buying tickets today, in particular today, your chances are on the rise this morning. Don't forget, the more tickets you get, the better your chances of winning. Who am I going to call? Who am I going to speak to this morning? I can only imagine, really, only imagine. All right, so 017-923-0003, 0817923-0007. All right, at Nigeriainfo PH, at Nigeriainfo PH is where you find us on Facebook and on X at Nigeriainfo PH. All right, but what are you afraid of? What is your phobia? And more importantly, how are you handling it, or how have you handled it? In my case, like I said, because the people who had the dogs back then, they taught me. And now, like I said, I am pretty comfortable around dogs. Okay, all right. Let me go. Let me go. This one says, good morning. My phobias are these things called snakes and heights. Umokoro from New World. Snakes. Oh yeah, snakes are a thing. Yep. They're a very big thing. Am I among the people who's afraid of snake? Not anymore. But when I see a snake now, I go into defensive mode. There's a time when I used to see a snake and I'll run away. I literally run away. And this is from secondary school. In fact, when I realized that there was something really, really disturbing about snakes was in secondary school. My classmate then woke up Saturday morning. We had finished all our inspection. It was going to be one of those lazy Saturday mornings after you food. Saturdays just chill days. And so he woke up. The what do you call it? The prefects and our teachers had gone. They had inspected. Okay, fine. Everybody was relaxed. And then he decided, you know what? Let me take my mattress. Those days you call it foam. Let me take my mattress outside. It's sunny. Let me just air it. Right? He rolled his mattress, right? He removed the bed sheet, rolled it up, right? Put it under his arm, went outside, right? And then spread it. The center of the hostel. We were just saying, this is good morning. I have quite a number of phobias. Phobia. That is the fear of childbirth. Oh, okay. I understand this one. Says I love me ahead of being married. Right, this is a time serious. What have you managed this particular? Have you started using the serious? And she's right. Oh, you want to have, and here you are, mortified about having children because of pain, and yes, we can't. Only very few. Go back to the roof and I saw them reading them. Social call is 2813-00887 902-0817923-0003. All right, this one says that there is nothing irrational about the fear of dogs. It's called self-preservation. This dog, cute. It's like, so they're good. They're cute. Wow. So you were scared of being around women. The phobia I'll share with you, and